Christmas and welcome to my 2024 Christmas book haul. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Now let's put some of these back. All right. Yes, okay. So in front of me I have all of my books, at least the ones I've gotten in the past 2 months, and I either bought them myself or they were gifts, but either way, I've gotten them between November and December, and I haven't posted about them on any platform yet. But if you do want to see more bookish content, follow me on Instagram at Hasley's Reads, and you can follow me on Goodreads at Hasley Fajardo. So without further ado, let's get into it, because there's a lot. Okay, so we're starting with Barnes & Noble. I don't shop at Barnes & Noble very often just because it's a monopoly. We won't get into it. Barnes & Noble and Amazon is what we shop with the least when it comes to books. We, all of us, need to be shopping at independent bookstores and secondhand bookstores. But this is the one book that I got from Barnes & Noble in the past 2 months, and it's The Sun and the Star by Riordan. It's probably the most famous of all the books I have, just because who doesn't know Rick Riordan, who doesn't know Percy Jackson? So this is a spin-off with Nico D'Angelo and Will Solis, his boyfriend, and this is the story of them going down to Tartarus to try and find and save a Titan named Bob. That's pretty much most what it is. It's just really high stakes because Tartarus is super dangerous. Will Solis is the son of Apollo, and he beams light, and how can light survive in the deep dark depths of the underworld? So that's our first one. Next up, we have our books from Book Outlet. So these are the ones I purchased myself from Books Outlet during their sale in November. I also bought a few other books as gifts for other people, but these are the ones that I got for myself. So I'm pretty sure every single one of these was $5.99. First up from the Book Outlet is Bookshops and Bonedust. This is about an ogre who was a soldier but got injured and now spends a lot of her time at the local bookshop, and she meets a few strangers and she goes on an adventure. Up next is A Brush with Love by Mazey Eddings. This is about a resident and a first-year dental student, and they immediately hit it off, but one is very career-oriented and one kind of doesn't want to be doing this, but they try to just be friends, and it goes from there. And thirdly, from Book Outlet, we have Book at the Root by Ladarrion Williams. This one reminded me so much of Legendborn by Tracy Deonn, and that is one of my favorite books, so I picked this up immediately. It is about a 17-year-old kid named Malik, and about how 10 years ago his mother vanished and he found out he had magical powers, and he uses these magical powers to save his foster brother Tay, and he finds out a lot of things, like his connection to his grandmother that he's never met before, and a lot of magical political things in this world he's never known. Next up, we have all of the books I got from McKay's. I got all 5 of the A Wrinkle in Time books by Madeline Mingle. Well, actually, I got all of them except the third one. The third one I found at the Southern Bookshop in Southern Pines, North Carolina, and my boyfriend actually bought that one for me. So we have A Wrinkle in Time, and this one was 50 cents, super duper cheap. A Wind in the Door, 50 cents. This is A Swiftly Tilting Planet. This is the one my boyfriend bought, and he bought it full price at the indie bookstore, so it was $8.799. And then we had Many Waters. This one is also 50 cents. And then this one was $4.50, but I had to have the complete set, so I don't care that it costs more than all the others. It's still cheaper than the original price of $7.99, so I got an acceptable deal. Next up, we have the books I bought from Ollie's. I think I was just there looking for gifts or snacks, I'm not really sure, but they have a book section, so I went there immediately, and I found these 2 books. They are hardcover Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo from the Grishaverse. I think there's more than 5 at this point in the Grishaverse, but this series only has 3, and I was only able to find the first one and the second one, Shadow and Bone and Ruin and Rising. This one was $4.99 and this one was $4.99. So $10 for the both of them. when it would actually be for the hardcovers, it would be $20 for each. And I am still looking for the middle one, but now I have to get it in the same format. So still looking for Siege and Storm. Now we have 2 books. They were on my wish list and I was gifted them from my friend Yasmin. Thank you, Yasmin. The first one is The Uncommon Reader, which is about the Queen of England and how her corgis ran into a mobile library. So she borrowed a book from the mobile library and immediately fell in love with reading. And it's just a story about how this like changes her whole perspective on life. And I thought that was really interesting, so I put it on my wish list and I got it. So thank you, Yasmin. And the second one Yasmin got me is Circe by Madeline Miller, and this is just a retelling of the sorceress Circe from Greek mythology, and I had been wanting this one for years. It was on the wish list. She got it for me. Thank you. I don't know how many times I've said it, but thank you so much. So these are a lot of books, and these are all the books that were gifted to me from my sister and my boyfriend. They love me so much. Thank you so much to both of them because they each got me 6 books. Let's get started. We'll start with the books that my sister got me. My sister got me very specific books that she knew I was looking for. So not necessarily wish list items because I didn't have this on a list. She just knows that I needed these. So the first one is Royal Wedding by Meg Cabot, one of the Princess Diary books. This is one of the only ones that I didn't have. Now that I have this one, I only need 2 more to finish my collection, and then I will have every book in the Princess Diaries books. And if you guys didn't know, if you guys only watched the movies or maybe just read the first one or the first 3, there are a lot of books in the Princess Diaries series, and I love them so much. It's just about a teen girl going through life, being royalty and not knowing what to do about it. And she just writes diaries. Each diary or book takes place between around 2 months. It only spans between like 2 months. So again, it's very high stakes, but only in like the mind of a 15-year-old because everything is so much more dramatic when you're young. So I really like that about these books, that Meg Cabot really knows how to get into the mind of a 15-year-old girl who thinks the world is falling apart just because her boyfriend is moving to Japan or something like that. But yeah. Next is another book from another series I've been collecting. This is the Click book series. I'm not exactly sure how many I'm missing. I think it's only about 3, and my sister got me one of the ones that I was missing. This is These Boots Are Made for Stalking. I haven't even gotten this far yet. I think I've only read the first 5. This I think is like number 13 or 14. So I really need to reread those first 5 and then finish it up because again, I love these. These are about middle school age girls, and it's about 4 specific girls, 5 sometimes, called the Pretty Committee, and they're just like the most popular girls in school. They're really rich, and again, everything's just high stakes for them because they're young and they don't know any better. But I love books like this. These are by Leigh Harrison, and I've been reading these since I was in middle school, and I still really enjoy them. This is How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. It is about a man who lives for centuries and he just wants to start a new and normal life, but he is under the protection of this one group who like protects people like him, and the one rule is that he cannot fall in love. So yeah, obviously he's going to fall in love, but I'm really excited to see where this goes. And then the next one on the wish list is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. So this is the only Emily Henry book I do not currently have. I have all the others. I think there's either 4 or 5 others, and I have them all. I've read them all. This is the only one I haven't read. And both me and my sister are really excited for her new one to come out in April. It's called A Great Big Beautiful Life, I think. But first, I have to read this one. This is about 2 friends who stopped being friends and now are being friends again, and they just go on vacation. The people we meet on vacation, I'm assuming is going to be the people they became in those 2 years they were apart, and they will probably fall in love, and I'm really excited about this. The last 2 books that my sister got me was A Merry Little Meet Cute in this really cute, like, small pocketbook paperback copy. I think it's called, not a pocketbook, but like a back pocketbook. I think it's called a pocketbook because people would put them in their back pockets, you know, when pockets were made to be that big. but this one is really cute. And then I got the hardcover of a Jingle Bell Mingle. So technically this is book 1 and this is book 3, but I call this one book 5 just because there's a 1.5 and a 2.5. So technically there's 5 books in the series just because there's other like mini novellas in between, but I am really excited to read these and to get the 3 books in between. And last but not least, we are going to look at the books that my boyfriend got me. This is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I've actually already started reading this one. This has red sprayed edges. It is by Sarah Rosh, and it is about the Prince of Christmas and the Prince of Halloween, and they are both vying for the Princess of Easter's hand in this like holiday political scene. But really, they like each other, and neither of them wants to marry the Princess of Easter, but we'll figure out where this goes. I'm almost halfway through, and I'm really intrigued so far. The next book is The Way I Am Now. So I read the first one, which was called, what was it called? It doesn't say it on the book. Oh, The Way I Used to Be. Yeah, okay. So I read The Way I Used to Be really long ago, like many years ago, and I really liked it. And that one was about a girl who was SA'd by her brother's best friend, and the next 4 years of her life as she basically kept it under wraps. And this one is about her and the relationship she left off on in the last book, and how she is going through the motions of being in this relationship while also coming forward about her essay. So yeah, really excited to, I guess, complete the reading that I did many years ago with the first book. The next book I got is The Bookwanderers. I've been looking at this one for the past like week or so, and I got it. And it's really cool. The Pages & Co series, I think, has maybe 7 books. I think it's still ongoing. But this one is about this young girl named Tilly in her mom's bookstore, which is called Pages & Co. Her mom's? Did I say her mom's? It's her grandmother's bookstore. And she finds out that the characters in the books can come to life and come out of the books. And then she finds out that she can also book wander. She can go into these books and, you know, live through the stories. However, she finds out that that comes with some repercussions and some consequences, and we find out what those are. The next one is a Rick Riordan Presents novel. It is Paola Santiago and the River of Tears by Taylor K. Meja. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But this is about Paola, and she really likes space and constellations and stuff like that. But her and her friends have always been told to stay away from the river because a schoolmate of theirs drowned in this river. I don't know how long ago. Oh, a year ago. Just a year ago, so it's pretty recent. And her mom is very superstitious, specifically about La Llorona. But they disregard all of this because they want to go stargazing, and by the river is the best spot to go stargazing. But when they go, they see this shadowy figure, and that's the synopsis. We don't know what happens after that, but I'm really excited to find out. And these are the last 2 books of the haul. So we have the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. So I've already read the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but I read it as an ebook, and so I got the physical copy, and then I have the physical copy of the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, which I haven't read yet. And the next one is the Christmas Tree Farm, which is out, and I don't have it. And then there's one coming out in I think April or March, and it's the Pancake House, or the Something Pancake House. So yeah, this is about Hazel, who was in the first book, and her love interest Noah, who is a fisherman. And because I've already met them and I kind of already know their personalities and I've already seen some tension between them, I'm really interested in reading this, and I'm really excited to get into it. Okay guys, that was all of the books. There were so many. Thank you so much to anyone and everyone who gifted me books. Clearly, I need to go on a book buying ban for at least the first few months of 2025, but I'm really excited. And if you guys want more bookish content, follow me here, comment down below, and follow me on Goodreads and on my Bookstagram. Thanks for watching!